thank you for tuning in to today's video. Okay, well, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you return to see the many videos that we're going to have on this YouTube channel. And if you're returning, thank you for returning. You know, I appreciate any and every one of you that watch my videos, that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. I don't have any downloaded messages today, but what I do have is some clarity for some claircognizance messages that I received myself of just the energies that's going around here. And I want to say that it is a personal read, but I have a feeling that it affects more people because you have no idea sometimes what's going on within the spirit, and how the things that we do in the physical affect the things that happen in spirit, and how things and people that are in spirit affect things that are in the physical realm. So what I want to say is that from the start is that back in 2019 and 2020, when I was living in the South, I watched a television show while I was working on as a 1099 job, and it was coming on weekly, right? And so that's an investment, me putting my time and my effort outside of my job, outside of my families and my responsibilities that I have to take care of and tend to. That was an investment that I made by watching a show. Now, it was not just one show in particular, but it was two shows, and they were both specifically about witches. One was Sabrina Chaos Witch on Netflix, the remake of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which everyone my age back in the 90s watched. You know, so of course we're excited to see this remake on Netflix. They're bringing it back. We want to see what's happening with it, right? And so I invested my time and my energy into watching the show. And another show that I ended up watching was The Witcher. Okay, and I want to lead this by saying that even though I didn't consider myself fully active as a part of the television show itself, but I know that in a lot of ways, in spirit, I contributed to the storyline, okay? At least in the start, until other people started to manipulate and mismanage the character, the role, and these are things that happen within the spirit that sometimes we cannot see. You know, sometimes there's you know, I hate to say it, but it's true. Sometimes there's a whole entire mess going on, and yeah, I use air quotes, but you know, I don't really truly mean it, but it's a mess going on behind the scenes when people have confusion, when chaos is present. And like I said, the name of the show is Chaos. So it's a chaotic energy. The energy is fluctuating. The energy is always changing. It's like an ebb and a flow, right? So I want to say all of that to say that when the next season came out after a long hiatus, after COVID, by that time I was back here in the Virginia area, but I was in a homeless shelter. So at the time, I was located in a neighborhood that was considered low income, dangerous, very high crime rate, lots of criminal activity in the physical realm and in the spiritual realm. And then to top it off, I was in a homeless shelter where, although I was, you know, specifically just with my family, right, and not within this big, huge, vast open area of people, there were people who already lived in the neighborhood permanently on a permanent lease basis that saw the homeless facility that I was staying in as an opportunity to take advantage of people who are down and out in in desperate need of help and assistance in ways that they never imagined that they would need it. And these people took it upon themselves to break spiritual laws, to break man's law. They stole my identity in so many ways, so many ways. They stole my personal information. They had my name. They were copying my lease that I had to use to get my ID renewed, which I could not use the address that I was staying at in the homeless shelter. I had to use my father's address, right? And at the time, no, I could not stay at my father's home because there was a severely ill elderly person that was there at the time in hospice care. Okay, so me and my children, I knew that would not have been, the best place for us to be while this elderly grandparent was transitioning into her afterlife. So out of respect and out of need, out of desperation, I went into the homeless shelter with my children after separating from my husband. He served me with divorce papers. That's fine. We never had any reason to break up, but sometimes things just end, especially after 21 years. So, things flatline and they become dull and stagnant energy. And to top it off, we had COVID-19 that happened, and it stopped our income, it stopped our job, stopped our work. And at the time, he used to have more than one job, but no, he wasn't Jamaican. The joke they're saying, I had to put that out there. No offense to the Jamaicans, I know y'all work hard. I'm saying all I like to say. It's a stressful time dealing with grief and losses because, of course, we lost friends and family to the COVID-19 virus unexpectedly. It hurts tremendously because if they died during COVID, you could not attend a funeral. It creates long-lasting memories of, I wish, I could have, I would have, I should have, all of these thoughts and different energies and sad emotions that occur. So anyway, that came to an end. And like I said, I watched these television shows to take my mind off of my own story. I took my mind off of the things that I was going through. But at the same time, I had a channel. I had a YouTube channel because I was trying. My creativity, my innovation, my imagination doesn't end. My connection with the spiritual realm, my sixth sense, my intuition, those things don't go away. These are things that I've had all my life. So I decided to start a YouTube channel and to read tarot cards. Now, unfortunately, I say now that I do not read tarot cards because these people that I was living amongst, even though they were not in the shelter, but I was in a facility within an apartment complex that provided an apartment or a condo to homeless people. They took it amongst themselves to steal my identity, play around in the spirit, pretending to be me, doing harmful, traumatic things, making people believe negative things about me. And so when I started my channel, the jealousy, the envy, the hatred came in. It wasn't just, oh, we're going to kick these people because they're down and out. It became so much more than that, like a mountain of hatred and envy and jealousy. And it became an opportunity for enemies that I already have in the world that I did not create out of doing anything on my own. It gave them an opportunity to come and kick me while I was down, steal from me, my children, mistreat us, make others mistreat us. So I'm going to start it out with saying that I judged them, basically, because I have self-discipline and I noticed that they did not have it. I called Divine Judgment on several things that occurred. People stealing my groceries in this horrible neighborhood. Other people, Spanish women,